Oh na 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 na. My way. Hey, come my way. You put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. Hey, boy, won't you come my way? You put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. Pull me close, I don't need the space. I just want your warm embrace. You put me first like I'm winning the race. Falling so fast I can't keep up the pace. I'm feeling your vibe. Don't stop. Touching and kissing, I'm instantly feeling the love that you give me so high. Come right now. Let me down. Work it out. No better feeling than you got my fantasies. Come into life and we all over the place. You riding my wave, boy, take me away. Hug me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Hug me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Come my way, you put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. Hey, boy, won't you come my way? You put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. I just want your love whenever you come my way. You just be giving it all. I just be wanting it all. And when you kiss my body, baby, don't hold back. The way you do that, you know that I like it. You just be doing it right, just how I like. Oh, na na, come right now. Let me down. Work it out. No better feeling than you got those fantasies. Come into life and we over the place. You riding my wave, boy, take me away. Hug me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Hug me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Come my way, you put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. Boy, won't you come my way? You put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. A little Henny in my system, never hurt nobody. And my feelings like Drake again, but I won't start it. Got me questioning the road we took and how we parted. When you do the things you do, then wonder why I'm guarded. Can you make me understand what you be thinking when you do the things that you do? Say you love me, well, I need proof. Otherwise, I ain't tryna hear you. Actions speak a little louder than you do. Make it hard for me to trust you when you know that I really want to, really love you. But
close it all the way.
If you can be a dog, I can be a bitch. Got me questioning if this is really it. When you say that you don't care, I believe you. I believe you. Do you want this? Boy, you better say it. Do you want this? Boy, you better say it. You better say it. Do you want this? Boy, you better say it. It could all be so different, I swear. But you're making it so difficult, my dear. I just think it's funny how all you do is run your mouth talking about the love that I gave to you. How you never found it when you lost it. Now it's costing me all my sanity, especially when I'm giving you everything. You're doing the same old thing. You're steady blaming me when I'm not perfect. I know I give a damn, and you know that. You just do the shit to get a rise. Then look me in my eyes and tell the same old lies. Do you want this? Do you? Boy, you better say it. You better. Do you want this? Yeah. Boy, you better say it. You better say it. Do you want this? Do you? Boy, you better say it. It could all be so different, I swear. But you're making it so difficult, my dear.
Hey, y'all. So we're here now for another dope episode of Let's Get Activated podcast, episode number 52. You got me, your girl, Samantha Lavelle, and you got the amazing, beautiful NICOLE Lundy in the building.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. So we were just rocking out to two amazing songs and visuals. Come my way and say it. I just love the versatility. You know, we had the dance and kind of the love story in the first one. And then in the second one was like, I was trying to get some wine because I felt what you was going through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you can, Queen, can you kind of like break down the premises of both of those tracks?
Yeah, so it Come My Way, we kind of just wanted to do something fun, like a dance feel. A lot of my songs are really about love, and, you know, I enjoy like slow, like songs like that. So he's like, we need to switch it up and do something more fun because we really don't do like a lot of dance songs. And I'm from Galveston Island, so to me, I'm an island girl because I was born on the water. So it's like, let's look like an island. Let's look like an island feel or whatever. And so my good friend, Major League Beats, actually is the one who produced the track. Soon as he sent it to me, I loved it and kind of came up with the hook. And I kind of played it for my my manager Chop, which is also like my writing buddy. We write together as well, and we wrote and came up with Come My Way, and we just loved it. It was just a fun dance type song, makes you want to move. And we shot it in Galveston too.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, we got it on a good day when the water actually looks nice. So
Oh,
it was a lot of fun.
I like the choreography too as well. Like
Yeah,
who did that?
actually, my because I used to dance in middle school and high school and college actually. So my choreographer from middle school, actually, his name was Horace Bird, and he's the one who choreographed that dance for us. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that was great. I
Yeah.
was wanting to get out there. I was like, let me do my
Yeah, he did. He got it together. He did a good job because we was we had danced in a minute, so he had to whip us to shape. I used to the girls in the video. Actually, I
thing.
used to dance with them in high school. So yeah.
Nice,
Alright.
nice. That's dope.
And
That's,
then
mhm.
say it, say it. I mean, as soon as I heard the beat, I kind of just heard. I kind of felt like heartbreak a little bit from it. It kind of makes you sad a little bit. So I kind of wanted to write something. I mean, it's from the past, like things that I went through, things that I know friends have went through, and things like that. So I kind of wanted to captivate all of that within the song, and then just kind of have the video depict that, and I think it did. So
It
yeah,
did. Like I said, I had my wine ready. I could relate 100%, so I think it'll
yeah,
resonate.
for
And
sure.
it was beautifully shot too. Like I just love
Yeah.
the visual.
Both of the videos were actually shot by Chris Winfield, and his company is Forever Real. So he actually shot both of those videos. hmm Yeah, he did
Nice.
a great job.
Nice, nice. And shout
Yeah.
out too to like Chop your manager because he reached out to me on Clubhouse, matter of fact.
Okay, yeah.
And was telling me about you. Matter of fact, we were in the birdhouse and he messaged me. I was like, yep, see, we got the birds going. You might see a lot of those coming
Yeah.
up in this live.
Okay.
But yeah, he reached out and I was like, yeah, I'd love to, get her on and tap in with her.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
No
Yeah, for sure.
problem. And then just tell the people like how did you get your start? What made you say, hey, I want to sing, I want to write, I want to do all these great things?
Um, well, I started singing really, really small in church. My mom was a pastor. So I grew up in church 24/7, always singing. Um, but I would say around 12 is kind of when I started developing a love for like writing music and kind of tapping into my creativity and things like that. So it's kind of when I started. But college, I would say, is really when I started to really do more music. Um, One of my good friends, we were in the car one day and, I was just singing in the car. You know how you do. It's your favorite song, you gonna sing.
Mhm.
And he was like, I gotta introduce you to one of my friends. His name was Antoine. He's like, he has a studio at his house. I don't know if you do music or anything like that. And I was like, no, not really, but I'm always down for it. And so I went to his house, I met him. We recorded a song, we wrote a song together and recorded it. And that moment I just fell in love with like the writing process, the creativity, the recording, just making things come to life, like actually making your words and experiences come to life. I just fell in love. And so ever since then I've been in the studio and putting out music and stuff like that. So
Wow, just
yeah.
doing your thing. And like
Yeah.
have you been doing like some live performances with some of these current tracks?
Yeah, we also have a performance coming up actually next week on the 14th.
Hey.
It's with Jam Session, I think is how you say it. But yeah, so we'll definitely be performing originals for sure. And a new song that we actually have coming out, we're actually going to incorporate that into the show as well. So yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be like a nice surprise.
Yeah, it's a sexy song, so
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's
yeah.
okay. Nothing's wrong. Look, I checked out your IG. I'm like, Queen, girl, you're doing your thing.
Yeah, thank you. I try.
No, 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 you're doing it, and that's a great thing. But you know what? You do it with class. It's
Yeah,
like it's sexy and classy. So I
right.
definitely want to give you your crown for that too.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And then the songwriting, you do write like songs and things like that.
Mhm.
What got you into that, or is there like a certain mood that you have to be in to write?
Sometimes I'll be talking with people and I'll think of certain, like they'll be talking about certain things and I'll be like, that's kind of interesting to write about. But usually the beat itself is kind of what moves me. Um, if it kind of makes me feel sad, then I'll kind of write about heartbreak or something like that. If it makes me feel, happy, then I'll kind of write about love or something. It just kind of depends on the beat itself. It's very rare that I will write a song and then kind of make a beat around it. I usually like to find a beat first and then let it tell me, what to write about.
Got you, got
Hmm.
you. And have you ever thought of like writing for other artists as well?
I definitely want to do that as well. Like the older I get, the less I, want to perform and, but I love singing, so I still do it anyways. But the creativity part is the thing that I enjoy the most. So I definitely want to, write for other artists, and we're kind of looking into that, my team and I, anyway. So yeah.
Oh, well, there's
Mhm.
many artists I know you can tap
Yeah.
into. So if you're ever like, somebody, like, yeah, it's
Okay.
fun,
Yeah, for sure. That'd be great.
just to connect those dots. And,
Yeah.
and would you basically describe your sound as a primarily like R&B?
Yeah, I think so. With a little splash of soul in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta love that. Gotta love that.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then who are some of your like musical inspirations?
I love Janae Akio. I love Brandy. I love Jasmine Sullivan, Whitney Houston. The list can go on and on.
Hmm.
Fantasia, Mary J. Blige. I just love music in general. So I pretty
Hmm.
much listen to everybody, you know.
Well, that's good. Just so like different, genres and things like
Hmm.
that. Is there anybody that you would like to work with?
Um, Pretty much everybody I named except for the
Yeah,
ones, that done passed
right.
away. But for sure, yeah, as many as I can would be
Hmm.
great. But specifically, I would say Brandy or Jasmine Sullivan for sure. Those are like my favorites.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
can see that happening. That would be
Hmm.
dope.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be really dope.
Hmm.
And like, as far as you being an independent artist, how has that
Hmm.
grind been like as far as the support system and things like that?
It's definitely a grind for sure. But I enjoy it. I feel like that I have a great team that supports me and that helps me a lot. So I'm very thankful for it, South Star Music Group for sure. Like whenever I'm slacking, I know I can depend on them to kind of help me out a little bit. So that's always great, but it's definitely hard. I've done it by myself before, and it's not the easiest thing to do. So if you can find a team that actually does support you, I would say go for it because it's a lot of work.
It is. It is definitely. So having that support, like I was like shouting out, like Chop, for instance, that's
Hmm.
very good to have. How did you two link up?
It was through a mutual friend that does music. He kind of linked us together, and ever since our first meeting, we've been inseparable. Inseparable.
Right.
Like we're always, working and stuff like that. So yeah.
Wow. Just doing everything. Like, so is he like kind of doing like making sure like the photo shoots are on point and everything?
Yeah, he manages everything, and like I say, he's my writing partner too. So we write a lot together. Um, yeah, we pretty much do pretty much everything, together. But he does manage me as well.
That's
Hmm.
a that's a good thing to have. So like a front line manager.
Yeah,
Yes, that's great. That's definitely like so great to have,
definitely.
especially now. Yeah. And how are you feeling about today's industry, like as far as the music and such?
I enjoy a lot of the new artists for sure. There's some that I actually listen to and I really like Normani, I think is how you say her name. I like her.
Hmm.
Giveon, I like him as well. There's a lot of different artists, but honestly, if I have to listen to something, I'm gonna listen to the old school stuff that I really like.
Yes,
But
yes.
I'll try out some of the new stuff too, because some of them, like her has good music.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna probably prefer like my old school music. So
Yeah. I feel you. It's nothing wrong with that, and
yeah.
it's just kind of nice that we're liking that music and then can share that with the
Mhm.
younger generations, I should say.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I be having my son singing the old stuff.
Hey, does
So
he
yeah.
does he have like a favorite like old school artist or like a song that he sings a lot?
He was singing Keith Sweat the other day, like about you are.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
say, what you know about that?
God. At 5.
Yeah, but he loves Chris Brown. Actually, Chris Brown is like his favorite artist. So yeah, he
Oh,
loves Chris Brown.
I love it. So you gonna mess around and start doing the dances and everything
He
too.
already do. Yeah,
Already on it. So he may be taking after you, like,
yeah,
music.
yeah. I think so for sure. He definitely loves music.
And which is good if he does get into it. He has
Hmm.
you to be kind of like a momager or
Yeah,
give him that
yeah.
advice.
For sure. Like he does shows and performances. He'll get his microphone, or I have like a karaoke machine. He'll get
Mhm.
that and I'll set it up for him and he'll perform his little shows and
Oh,
all of that. So I'm like, maybe I'm learning everything I'm learning for him. You never know, but we'll see.
oh, I love that. I love that
Yeah.
passing it down and then just
Hmm.
the kids enjoying themselves doing the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
for
pretty
sure.
dope. That's pretty dope. Do you because I know you said you don't have church background and performing in church. Now, do you remember like the energy of your first performance, whether it was church or whether it was just you coming out as an artist per se?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I know I was really, really small. I used to do praise and worship when I was really, really small. I'm talking like 5, 6 up there
Mm-hmm.
singing. So I really don't remember. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say.
What about as you got older and then started to do your own music? Like, do you remember one of the first shows and the energy from that?
Yeah, actually I remember my first show was at Warehouse Live in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
When I want to say I was maybe still in college. I'm not sure. But I remember it was at Warehouse Live. And it was definitely an experience. Like I enjoyed it. It was crazy. The crowd was into it and everything. Like it was an awesome experience for sure.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing. Is there like a preparation that you do before performing?
I definitely have practices for sure. Gotta do that. And just I don't know. My nerves are is really bad sometimes. Like I have anxiety a little bit. So I just try to stay calm, drink as much water as I can. I'll drink hot tea as well, just to kind of keep my throat um, open and warm. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Try not to talk too much, but
Right, right.
other than that, yeah,
Because you want to just have that voice nice and sharp for the
yeah, yeah.
performance.
Hmm.
I bet it's a dope show, like, especially, like, if you incorporate, like, the dancing in it, like, do you do
Hmm.
that as well? Like, some of the
Yeah.
choreography?
Sometimes depending on like the show, if it's an intimate setting, we usually don't. But we did for Loud Fest. I don't know if you ever heard of it before.
Mhm.
But it's like a 2-day festival that they have in Houston. And we definitely did like a full out show. Like we had dancers, everything. Like it was a really good show. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's exciting, like, the live
Hmm.
shows. That's why I like to ask everybody about that
Hmm.
energy because there's something about the stage. Like, I've
Yeah, yeah.
I've hosted, like, a show before, and I felt the energy,
Hmm.
so I can just imagine as, all of you artists performing, it's gotta be
Yeah.
dope.
Especially when the crowd is involved. That's the part that, makes
Mhm.
it so much fun and it hypes you up. So, yeah.
Right. And then
Hmm.
so you got the show coming up, like, this month. Do you have, like, any more of that, like, a kind of like a set I don't wanna say tour because everything is going on, but just like a semi schedule of some shows and things like that?
Well, we're supposed to have one every month. I'm sorry, excuse me.
That's okay. You know, everybody, we have children and everything, so that's just how it is, Queen. It is
Yeah.
all
I'm
it
sorry.
is all no, do not let me
Yeah.
say anything goes here and let's get activated. I mean, I've had children appear onto the camera and talk to me. I've had animals appear, extra
Yeah.
guests. So it's all good. It's all good. This is just real life. You know
I'm
what I mean?
surprised he didn't went this long letting me make it. So we doing good.
Yes, we're doing really good. Roger Hayes just said if I had my way, new
Right.
single
That's the
coming up.
song I was telling you. The new song that we're going to incorporate into the show is called If I Had My Way. So yeah, that'll be coming out soon. I think next month. But we're right now we have a show lined up just about every month. One show I know for sure, which is the jam session that we're doing on the 14th of this month. I'm not
Mhm.
sure the exact dates for the next few months, but I'll definitely be posting it on my Instagram. So if you follow me at Nicole Lundy, you'll be able to see when the shows are coming up.
Oh, that's gonna be exciting. Hey,
Mhm.
that's always exciting. I
Yeah,
love, seeing people get back into like the swing of things with just how
yeah,
everything's been.
yeah. It's been crazy.
It
So
it
it's
has.
definitely nice to get back on the stage for sure.
Right. Did you get to take some time, like I guess, to write more or get more creative during this pandemic, if you want to call it that?
Absolutely. I know for sure the first, because we've been like, what, 2 years in this pandemic? The,
Yes. Yes.
the
Woo.
first year for sure is I worked on a lot of music. We wrote a lot, did a lot. So we have a lot of music like stashed away that we're gonna slowly release. But yeah, for sure, definitely what it gave a lot of time to be able to write and make connections, especially all kind of stuff like that.
Mhm. That's perfect. And speaking of connections, like what advice would you give, especially to like young ladies that are wanting to come into the industry?
Um, I would just say just be mindful of the people that you work with. Of course,
Mhm.
a lot of men are in the industry. You just kind of have to know between. Um, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. It's perfectly fine. And anybody, if you guys have any questions that you want to drop for Miss Nicole, you can definitely put them in the comments as well. Yep, go ahead. You're
Okay,
good. Hmm.
but yeah, so it is a lot of men in the industry. So you just have to know, like, I guess their intentions, as far as if they actually want to help you or what it is they're trying to do. Thankfully, I've been blessed to not um, have that problem. I haven't ran into anyone that's ever tried to take advantage of me that type of way. But you do
Hmm.
have to be mindful of that. Um, I guess, and it also ties back, unfortunately, to the way that you carry yourself as well. So you just have to know that there's a thin line sometimes between business and pleasure, but it's good to just kind of keep it business. It's always best because you never know who that person might meet, what connections they may have, and sometimes when you take it personal, it can kind of blur things a little bit.
Hmm.
So it's always best to just kind of keep it business. So,
Hmm. I understand that 100%
yeah.
because I know how it is. It's not always easy for us ladies in this
Right,
industry. So
for sure. Yeah.
I I get it. So that's very good sound advice for
Hmm.
a lot of these young ladies out there.
Yeah, for sure. So
It gets
It
real. It
kept
gets
it
real.
kept me, so I'm sure to help somebody else.
Definitely, definitely. Have you ever thought of like doing like any mentorship for like any young ladies?
Yeah, I do that for sure. Like especially for some of the younger ladies that I know, or like people I know that have smaller sisters, and they'll be asking me. They like music, they want to do music or something like that, and they'll ask me, and of course I tell them everything I know. I love sharing information and helping people out, especially Black women for sure. So.
Hmm. Most definitely, we need that. I think of us supporting each other, as queens,
Yeah,
kings, even the fellas out there. I just think
yeah.
we can all be successful and just, trade secrets. I don't know.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure, for
saying?
sure. We don't have to gatekeep everything. Like, and help the next person. It's enough out here for everybody. So,
I agree. It's
Yeah.
definitely enough out here, and then we're doing this through all these socials, trying to link up with people and stuff. But
Mhm.
it's just about support.
Right, I agree.
Most definitely. And then, like you said, you have such a great support system yourself.
Mhm.
So that's a
Yeah,
phenomenal thing.
it is. I'm
Uh,
thankful for sure.
And
Mhm.
I should be asking you, like, is there like an upcoming album coming out? Because I know we mentioned the songs, but like any albums?
We're working on that as well, so that should be coming out soon. Right now, we're trying to figure out what songs to put on, what type of sound we want, like what type of vibe, I guess, we want it to be. But it's definitely coming as well.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait. And then, like, as far as your music, it's on all the streaming platforms,
You
right?
can find it on all streaming platforms, from Apple Music to Tidal, Pandora. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Nice. It's everywhere, just
It's
spreading it out.
everywhere. Just type Nicole Lundy and you'll find it.
I love it. Just type me in there. Just Google me.
Yeah.
They can just Google you too.
They
I was
could,
just,
yeah, it'll
yeah,
pop up.
yeah,
It'll pop up.
it'll pop up, and it's all great because I was like, like I said, Googling, tapping in and stuff. I'm like, okay, she
Mhm.
got some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a little something.
Yeah, yeah, just doing it, and then just with everything that you're doing, what legacy would you like to leave behind?
What legacy I would like to leave behind? That's a good question. Honestly, it's really not
Mhm.
something I've ever thought about. You don't really like to think about, I guess, dying and what
Right,
what it would
right,
be like when you left.
right.
Um, but I just want to hopefully have left a good example for my son and whatever future children I do have, their children. Um, and aside from music as well, like I started my own business and things like that. So there's things that I want to pass down to my future generations, I guess, and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one as
I know that's a deep. I know that's a deep question.
well.
I get everybody that because I think everybody has a story. I think
Mhm.
everybody's story is important, and then any piece that anybody's doing is some kind of legacy.
Yeah, of
So
course.
everybody's deserving of that. So that's why
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
ask that.
for
And then
sure.
you just squeezed in. You started your own business. What is that?
Mhm. Actually, I started a cleaning service like
Okay.
last year in the middle of a pandemic, but it's been successful so far, so I'm thankful.
Oh, that's hey,
Yeah,
that's amazing. See, you did the right thing because people were
yeah,
coming in doing their businesses. So at least like while you're, I guess, sitting quote unquote during the pandemic, you were busy
yeah.
like trying to come up with ways to just make
Yeah,
it.
for sure. Because like I lost my job due to, COVID or whatever. They pretty much cut everybody within the company. And so I was applying for jobs, but I couldn't find anything. Like I had recently, like literally before COVID happened, I graduated with my master's degree. And so I was like, well, I want to find a job that I can use my degree. But I wasn't able to really find anything. Like people really weren't hiring.
Mhm.
Nobody really knew what was going to happen, what was going on. So nobody was really hiring at the time. I was like, well, I got to do something. I can't just not work and take
Right,
care.
right.
So I was like, well, I always wanted to start a cleaning business. So I was like, why not? It's the perfect time. And it worked out. God is good. That's all I can say.
He is good. He is good. And was there any challenge or was it kind of easy to do?
Honestly, it's really no. I feel like it was something that I was meant to do, and I feel like God blessed it from the jump, and it's been. I haven't had any hurdles so far, thankfully. But we've been a year in business, and so everything is going good.
Oh, I love to hear that. And the reason why I ask because there's so many people some trying to figure out what they're going to do, and so
Right?
it's
Yeah.
nice to hear somebody be like, "Hey, I started a business. You can do it too."
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take that risk and just bet on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, just bet on yourself and
Just
go
bet
with
on yourself.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, so how do you? This is a good question here. How do you balance it? With the business and then with your music career.
It's definitely a struggle. especially like it being my first year of business. Like it's still so much that I'm trying to figure out, like schedule wise.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think now that I kind of have a routine of things, it's starting to get easier. Like we had a studio session last night, I believe. So I'm
Hmm.
kind of, that was last night or night before last, one of the two. But so I'm kind of getting back in the groove of things, and then just kind of incorporating practices for the shows that's coming up. So it can definitely be a challenge, but I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it down.
I think so. I think so. I think you're doing great, from what
Thank
I've seen and everything, and still humbly coming on here despite everything going on. So
you. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it.
it's wonderful too. And I do have another track to play, which is Drift too. Like when we close out, so that way everyone have just another song to
Yeah.
tap
Okay.
in with. And what was the premise of Drift?
So drift is, it's kind of like a little seductive. It's kind of about like being in love, and I guess when you're doing the do or whatever.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's better when you're in love, you just kind of drift into like this, I guess, place that you go, like a higher place that
Hmm.
makes you just feel good. You just kind of drift there. It feels good. That's
Oh,
kind of what it's about.
I love that. Hey, I love that, and I bet everyone will be able to, relate to that,
Yeah.
as well.
We're trying to
Before,
get a video together for that song as well.
ooh,
So do
oh,
we. Yeah, we're working on it.
I can't wait. I can't wait because, like I said, I love those first two videos. So I know this one's
Yeah.
gonna be dope. I can't wait.
Yeah, videos are fun. I like actually showing the song, because sometimes you'll listen to it and the words may resonate, they may not. But when you
Hmm.
watch the video, like you kind of really get the concept of what the song is about. So I love doing videos.
Oh man, yeah, that has to be. It looks like it's fun, but is
It
it
is.
like an all day process typically?
It can be. I know Come My Way was an all day thing. Like we were actually, Come My Way was a 2 day video. It took a lot of time, but Say It, we shot Say It in maybe like 3 hours. So yeah,
Nice, nice. I guess it just depends.
it just
It's a
depends on,
rush.
yeah, how much you have going on.
Wow. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for, more things that you have going on in
Yeah,
2022. It's just exciting,
yeah, I'm excited.
And I'm happy to have tapped into you. I always get excited to tap into like artists.
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
Are there any shout outs that you want to give to? I know some people have been tapping in.
I just want to shout out my team, South Star Music Group. Make sure y'all follow them. Um, yeah, DJ Chop, Maoshi, and DJ Husky. Those are the
Okay.
three. That's a part of South Star Music Group. So
That's dope. So everybody got to tap into South Star Music Group,
yeah.
y'all, and then they can. I'm sure they can find them too off of like your social as well, that they're
Yeah,
linked
yeah,
and
for sure.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there, everybody at Nicole
And Nicole Lundy, yeah.
Lundy. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
oh gosh, yeah, it was just a pleasure having you on,
It
chopping
was
it
a
up.
pleasure being here for sure.
Yeah, chopping it up with another queen, and I definitely want to shout out like everybody who's been tapping
Mhm.
in. There's people that's putting comments. Um,
Yeah.
just to let you know, this is streaming on 3 Facebook pages: YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and Certified Nation Entertainment. So we're definitely getting it everywhere. We'll be making
Okay.
sure to share it, and I'll be making sure to get it onto IG for you as well.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
So I'm gonna apologize ahead of time for all the tags because
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
if you see the tags, it's because I'm literally because it lets you post in like 15-minute increments. So
Okay, got
that
you.
way everybody can see it on there. And I see Roger,
Yeah.
drop the Top Star Music Group and your
hmm
IG. So he's on it. Shout out to Roger
Yeah.
in the building. Big shout out. Yes, it was a pleasure. We're definitely going to, close out, let people, listen to Drift.
Okay.
And and it was wonderful again having you on,
Thank
Queen,
you.
and no problem. And wonderful, having everybody tap in. It's been another great episode of Let's Get Activated
Yeah.
podcast. So we're going to close out with Drift, everybody. Peace and love.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. I just wanna feel you. The way you put it down, I can tell that it's real. Don't trip, don't slip. We ain't gotta front, yeah, we know what it is. Baby, grab my hips and pull me in close up, feel with it. Tell me what you really wanna do with it. Know what you're doing like you used to it. Your love gets me high, the best night of my life. Lay back, close my eyes and drift, just drift so high, 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 high. Ooh, your love is like an out of body feeling, baby. Don't you get it? I'm depending on your love. My drive, just one hit ain't enough. Ain't nobody ever done it like you. I'll be here just waiting around to something about what you do to me. Just be driving me crazy, baby. When you're all on me, I just want you to myself. I can't lie, you just do it right. Falling deep, just make me weak. I'll fit my knee. Your love is just so good to me. Say you'll never leave. Oh, your love gets me high, the best night of my life. Lay back, close my eyes and drift, just drift so high, 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 high. Ooh. I just wanna feel you. When you put it down, I can tell that it's real. When you put it down, I can tell that it's real. When you put it down, I can tell that it's real. Baby, grab my hand. Baby, grab my hand. Close cup of feel with it, with it. Oh, yeah, close cup of feel with it, with it. Your love gets me high, the best night of my life. Lay back, close my eyes and drift, drift, drift so high, 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 high.